This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.
I'm Faye Fredericks with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona.
The resolution is adopted.
In a party line vote, the U.S. House approving a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. The resolution allows the investigation to continue into accusations the president abused his power to enrich his family, and that he made decisions while vice president to boost his son Hunter's businesses.
Evidence uncovered has shown a very disturbing trend by the Biden family. We've spent months in this investigation accumulating evidence. We have a simple question that I think an overwhelming majority of Americans have.
We know that President Joe Biden is a good, honorable, and decent man, dedicated his life to public service, to making a difference for the American people.
White House calls the impeachment inquiry a baseless stunt. The impeachment investigation is expected to ramp up next year as the presidential race kicks into high gear. The House voting and passing the National Defense Authorization Act, which sets the policy agenda and authorizes funding for the Department of Justice. More than $886 billion was authorized for national defense, an increase of $28 billion. Included in that legislation, a more than 5% pay raise for members of the military. That's the largest increase for service members in more than 2 decades. Bill now goes to President Biden to be signed into law. Entering a new financial era, the Federal Reserve signaling it will cut interest rates 3 times in 2024 after a historic series of rate hikes, meaning mortgage rates, auto loans, and credit card costs will likely all go down. That would be welcome relief for millions of Americans. U.S. credit card debt is at a record high, with almost half of cardholders carrying a balance from month to month.
The Fed raises rates to slow down the economy, and now that they think that they may be done slowing down the economy enough, now they can think about going back to a more neutral level of interest rates.
Some economists predict the interest rate cuts could begin as early as March. In our Border Watch, Congressman Ruben Gallego wants the Biden administration to declare an emergency at the southwest border. Gallego says it will provide Arizona's border communities and nonprofits with the resources they need to help move migrants once they've been processed by Customs and Border Protection. Migrants continue to cross into the U.S. illegally and flock to Lukeville. The port of entry there remains closed as a result. Luis Ramirez, who consults on cross-border business opportunities, says the impact of the Lukeville closure extends across all of Arizona's border with Mexico.
We are seeing the impact not just Lukeville, Puerto Peñasco, and the tourism sector, where we're seeing the impacts border-wide in Arizona. It is impacting Douglas, it is impacting Nogales, it is impacting San Luis. People are crossing less because it has taken so long to cross.
Tourism is no doubt hurting. Ramirez says the numbers confirm that. Prior to the Lukeville closure, Arizona was on pace for record tourism from Mexico into our state.
It's Operation Santa Claus.
Help make the holidays special for Valley families in need by donating to Operation Santa Claus. We're collecting non-perishable food, children's clothing, new toys, or cash donations, and it all goes to 5 amazing local charities. To donate, stop by Sanderson Ford, Sanderson Lincoln, select U-Haul locations, or give online anytime at givetotheclaus.com. For every donation you make, you'll get 1 entry into a drawing to win a brand new all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning or the 2023 Lincoln Corsair midsize SUV, courtesy of Sanderson Ford and Sanderson Lincoln. Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. We are warming things up again as we head into the weekend, and tomorrow back into the mid-70s here in Phoenix, which is about 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. Mostly sunny skies throughout the day. Still a chilly morning in the 40s early on. Phoenix at 47 at 6 a.m. Then we'll climb into the mid-60s at lunchtime and into those 70s throughout the rest of the afternoon hours. High pressure building in. That's what's bringing the warmth over the next few days. Then we're going to be tracking 2 storm systems. The first one looks to take a path a little too far to the north to bring any big impacts to the valley other than just some cloudy skies on Monday. The second one right behind it, this could actually bring us some rain as we head into the middle to end of next week. Right now, chances at about 20% in your Wednesday and Thursday forecast, but we could see those ramp up if that storm system pulls in more moisture next week. Temperatures also will drop off a bit as that storm moves in, but we're still looking at 70s for the next 7 days.